The hardest question to answer is, what is your dream gun? That's a hard thing. It's a lot easier to do it by country and then by, specification or classification, shotgun or rifle. In this box is probably one of my favourite Italian guns. This is a Luciano Bosis. Let's look at what this one is. This is a Michelangelo, a Luciano Bosis Michelangelo. Starting at the back, the case colour hardened skeletal butt pad with a little inlet on top with the fine rose and scroll and the engraved and colour hardened screws and the beautifully engraved border. That little beautiful little scroll tip running in there. This is fine gun making through and through. Somebody has used this gun a fair amount. You have a few scratches in the wood, but there's nothing that wouldn't polish out. It's not beaten all to hell, it's just a bit scuffy. And that's fine. It's got $16.50 in the September sale, which is cool. You have a little gold oval there, flat-bottomed open pistol grip. A nice skinny neck leading into a nice full grip through the bottom that fills the hand very nicely. And I think you'll agree that it's a lovely shape of stock. Those beautiful straight lines, that beautiful tight nose on the comb, that shallow thin blade. It's beautiful. Nice piece of wood, well presented and well put together. It's chunky enough to be an over and under and have a bit of weight, which is what you want, but it's sleek enough that it's got beautiful lines. It's obviously hand checkered to some overly fine checkering pattern, and it's exceptionally well done. Triple border running through the back there. Long trigger tang, beautifully proportioned. There's something interesting about these lines that are just pleasing to the eye. And sometimes a trigger guard can be too fat, it can be too thin, and it can't be too fat. You can have chunky trigger guards, you can have chunky parts of a gun. The lines just have to work, and this does beautifully. It's slightly wider, very nicely tapering into the waist and coming out to a slightly wider end. It's beautiful. All case hardened, little bouquets, rose and scroll, finest rose and scroll. It's textured, it's nice, it's perfect. It really is perfect. The case hardening is beautiful as well. You see these dark case hardened guns just lack luxury. This is beautiful. You've got golds and reds and purples and dark blues, and it's in itself an art form over the top of this gun, and it's just the start. And as you start to use this gun being relatively little used, it will just get better. This beautiful border here, that sort of carved out bevel around the edge, it's just lovely. The way that these barrels roll out and then roll back in, it's a work of art in steel before they even engraved or colour hardened it. The wood to metal fit is of course sublime. The lines of the gun up and around the detonation are beautiful. The line out of the rib down into the top lever. This safety catch, look at the safety catch. Not only is it a beautiful and elegant shape, you have these sort of beautiful inlet acanthosoid carvings into the side, into the perfect micro checkering on top. I know that one shouldn't get this excited about a gun, but you can. You have gold inlay. Gold inlay isn't for everybody, but just this little touch of gold next to this vibrant case colour hardening actually joins the blacking and the colour hardening together beautifully. We have a thick line and a thin line. Luciano Bosis on the bottom is amazing. The partridge or chukka is amazingly executed. It may not be to everyone's taste, but actually I tell you, because of the richness of this gun, it doesn't feel gaudy, it doesn't feel out of place, when the majority of this is precious silver metals of slightly different, I guess it's platinum and silver. With the lighter gold, it just goes beautifully. It's a complementary thing. It's not the point of this gun. This is not like the thing that draws the eye. It's just a part of its whole. The forend is rounded, and again, beautifully checkered with the maker's monogram put into the bottom there. A little teardrop in there, and your finial, a cruciform colour hardened finial with a bouquet of roses with scroll around the outside. Case colour hardened to match the action. And a push button release. The barrels are chopper lump, I believe. You have this slight raised piece of metal here that just mates the wood into the barrels perfectly. But you've got little locking screws, again perfectly engraved to blend in with the rest of this gun. The barrels are 28-inch, solid mid, solid top, and yet they actually retain a fair amount of weight. What this does for this gun, and I think you can just spend a moment to appreciate this finish quality. And the action itself is beautiful. The top lever release, these little cocking rods here. This is gun making mixed with engineering, and just it's a nice thing. This is as close to perfection as a gun could get, and they're affordable by best gun standards as well, because they're made in Italy, where, you know, a best gun doesn't have to cost 100 grand. I don't know what this gun would have cost new, but back when I was looking a few years ago, you know, you could buy a Luciano Bosis new for that sort of 45 to 55 grand with some beautiful specifications to a great standard. I love the mixture of subtlety, and it's almost the perfect mating of Italian and English style in my head right here. The gun is £7.10, and it's got so much weight through the middle here that the balance point isn't actually that fussy. Luciano Bosis, Brescia, Italy. 12 to 16,000 in this sale. This gun will probably go somewhere between 15 and 20. In reality, this is a stunning and beautiful thing. The way that it fits in the hands. You know when somebody builds a gun, it just feels like it fits the curvature of the fingers, the way that it rolls over the top, the nice, slightly fattish belly that sits in the palm of your hand. That grip, the thin to fat, it just feels good. It is good. And that's why I love Luciano Bosis. If you're in that position where you want to buy the perfect over and under, and not really sure what to do, and you've got a spare 20 grand, 25 grand lying around, you would not go far wrong buying this gun. It's one of those guns to end all guns. I'm gonna shut up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It has been a pleasure, as I've said 3 times now, sharing this gun with you. I could genuinely look at it forever. And most of the reason I made this video is so that I can look at it forever. And whoever buys it, enjoy it for me, and enjoy it for everyone else who lusts after guns like this. You have arrived. Enjoy. Thank you guys. Take care.